Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Burglar, and it appears that Usuriel and Mazog are both not in a very good condition after our encounters with the spiders there. And a car door is not in a very good mood.
Though all oppose me, I shall slay a single orc should Asuriel die on this ill-omened journey.
I had a feeling that would be his attitude. I think we need to come up with a plan. Ryan, do you have any ideas?
Ha! The hidden guard? They cannot guard even themselves.
Well, I presume they got a point there. Hopefully we could come up with some ideas. You say something, Usuriel?
Mazog cannot die.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job of it right now. Unless you've got some bright idea. Ooh, you do have a... I'll think about it.
I know of an antidote,
But it's hard to get. I need an unmarked venom sac from the same brood of spider, Sourthal, or black. But oh, if I knew I'd need one of those, I would have brought some extra with me. I went through a lot of trouble getting those black venom things before just to test them. Now I need another one, and I need a flower serigloss that glows upon untended barrows in Mirkwood, and it blooms only a few days a year and then dies. Oh, wonderful. And it's late in the season. Well, at least it's not completely out of season. Why would a flower grow only a few days a year in February? Maybe they're like certain types of daffodils that can bloom in February, at least in more southerly locations. Very early bloomers then, so yeah, perhaps something that blooms very early in the growing season as winter fades. So I was thinking of it being very late into a growing season, but it could just be the season for this plant is very, very early in the growing season. That would make a little bit more sense. Uh-oh. Oh, I stepped on top of that thing. No. Ah. So yes, avoid stepping on top of the barrels that give you dread. And maybe I need to go and repair as soon as this is all over. Ah, no, my boots didn't had to start wearing out as I started on this journey, of course. Ah. Of course, if you look how I'm dressed here in the cosmetics, I guess it's my toes that are getting worn out rather than my boots. Now, let's see. Where are we? Where's this plant? I try to see how much I could do this thing in stealth rather than... Ah, here's the flower right there. Because, alright, it is under special conditions here, which... could account for an early blooming season. Because you look here, the conditions here, we are in Mirkwood after all, and maybe it's not as exposed to the cold bite of winter as some other places. Don't know. I've never thought about the climate of Mirkwood, but you see it's not snowing here any. No snow on the ground or anything like that. Oh, I suppose that's a possibility. And of course, they specified black venom spiders, so I do have to come back to this area. Need not be fatal. Well, of course, that was a pretty big spider there. But apparently it's going to take me a little time in order to get this venom sac I need, because it has to be unmarked, which means I have to be super careful. Good grief. And also super springing apparently also on top of that. There you go. But unfortunately, still no sac. Come down here. Okay, well, I was about to say don't bring your friend, but apparently... Okay, I got my sack, but I had to kill another spider anyway. It doesn't matter. I still have something like 190... Well, I guess 191 now in order to kill before I finish that last deed. But today is not the day for that. I have the ingredients. What do I do with them?
You found the components.
Yes, fine Barvassan. She can make the antidote. She's somewhere in Ostgaloth. Well, at least she's nearby. She know a lotion that could help my sore toes? Apparently, she decided that she needs to be way on top of this place. I was thinking, well, the herbalist, she would be down below somewhere, right? No, apparently that's... We're talking elves here. They have about 3,000 occupations each because they live so long. Minas Keleboff. Alright. Rather leafy for February. Well, I guess that is consistent with early blooming flowers. Hello there.
A sherry glass flower? How did you find this?
Oh, it's a long story. These bloom so rarely and under such specific conditions. Yes, I can make this. It's Ladris, it is called, and I can brew it from these ingredients immediately. But there will only be enough for a single dose. I hope that won't be a problem. Alright, 1 dose. Well then, that's going to be a bit of a conundrum. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a monkey. Oh, whatever.
No, I will not take it.
Fine. Alright. Well, apparently he's starting to get better.
I have nothing to say to you. Leave us.
Fine. Good grief. That could have gone better.
I understand. We are all doing everything we can.
Yes, we are.
The Maladrim sent scouts ahead to spy the lay of the land.
And you want me to find out what the reports are? Okay, I suppose I can go and talk to each of the scouts. I shall go there as soon as I apply some ointment to my toes. Hello there, Sulthul. How are things coming along here?
The Ashenslades are blasted and dead, and the stench of evil is everywhere.
It appears that Gorothul has trained evil men in the arts he learned from his own master. They are seeking to bind fell spirits to their service in the far reaches of the Ashenslades. I'll return to Ostgaloth with my report of that place. Ooh, boy, that sounds nasty. Oh, by the way, did you happen to see a lynx going anywhere around here? Yes, I have just returned from Dol Guldur, and I saw something most peculiar. There was a lynx fighting orcs just within the gates of Finis Guldur to the east. As I crept away, I saw the lynx making his way north up a slope just behind the wall. If you are looking for this curious creature, you should go east into Finis Guldur and then climb the slope to the north once you are through the gate. If he is an enemy of the orcs, he must be a friend of the Golden Host. Yeah, sort of. Finis Guldur. That doesn't sound like a happy place to visit. Well, there's another scout here. Maybe this scout has been also. Looks like this scout has been looking at Finis Guldur.
I will return to Ostgalath at once.
There has not been a great deal of activity beyond the walls of Dol Guldur, Petronella, but now they are surely aware of the Golden Host. Do they suspect any of its real purpose, I wonder? It is a great offensive, true, but do not suspect that we do not seek victory. That is the drawing of their eyes to the point of our choosing, rather than theirs. I will return to Oscaloth at once. All right. Let's see if there's a lynx anywhere in here. Finis Guldur doesn't exactly seem like a happy place. Not with things like that going around here. Ooh. Well, let's... Fortunately, you set up this hill somewhere? Well, this is not going to be a fun... I hope to get out of this place as quickly as possible. I wonder what Willem is doing up here. I guess we'll have to find out. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Yep, Willem Whisker. What you find? Huh. Yeah? A satchel? You stole a satchel from an orc. Alright. Alright, I'll take it to bingo. Alright. Oh boy. Now, let's see about that third scout. Anything to report?
It seems likely that Garthbors will serve as the staging area for the armies of Dol Guldur.
As a staging area. Many camps. Yes, I can see. Alright. I'll give you a preliminary report when I get back, and I'm sure they'll be waiting for the rest when you get back. Now, back to Oscaloth. I've returned with the reports.
Your friend, the dwarf Broin? He cannot be found.
What? What do you mean he's been missing? Well, alright. I'll see what's going on.
Will you not speak with Achadur?
Yeah, I'll speak with him. Not that it's going to do any good, I think.
Tensions run high among the remaining elves of the Hidden Guard. One of their number slain, the other dying from a deadly poison. And now the dwarf Broin has disappeared on the eve of the journey's end.
Is there a problem? What is the meaning of this? While you were recalling the scouts of the perimeter of Dol Guldur, the dwarf Broin vanished from Ostgaloth. He told no one where he was going, and right on the eve of the exchange with Mazog. You had spoken for him, Petronella. You failed to speak of his cowardice. Do all dwarves abandon their companions when the road turns treacherous? This dwarf is not coming back. We do not know that, Achador. But it is not difficult to see. We came here for him, but only our friends have died or are dying. Akador. No, Kukaran, I will not be silent. Why speak words of truth? He speaks words of truth. Yes, my kind have nothing but hatred for the dwarves. But for the elves there is something else. There was fear. My father spoke of elves proud and terrible as foes to be feared. Where are they now? Where are they now? They stand before you. Your words are empty, prisoner. No. It was the whim of dwarves that brought you here, and they have abandoned you. That is not so, Mazog. Quell your speech, or it will be quelled for you. But he is not wrong, Hukran. Where is Broing? Oh, he returns! Ooh. Well, what is this? There is little time to explain, Petronella, so I must be quick. After you gave the Lathris to Mazog, and the more I dwelt upon it, the more I came to regret the necessity. If only another dose could be made. I spoke with the elf Barvesian atop the great tower of Ostgaloth, and she said that more unmarked venom sacs of the Sathwil might be found, with time, but that the Saragloss flower is so rare that the finding of another one would be impossible. The conditions for such a flower to grow are so specific that only if the growing season could be slowed might such a flower still be found. I walked through the forest for many hours, heading north, and passed into lands beyond the reach of the Golden Host. I walked, and walked, and walked, and just as I was about to turn back in defeat, I beheld a grave mound among the tangled undergrowth. A stream flowed by its side, and now and then droplets of water splashed upon the mound, where, bursting forth, grew a single flower, still in season. With this second Saragloss flower, and another unmarked venom sac, another dose of the Lathris might be made. And here it is. You need to drink this ethereal. Well, what do you say about that? Look, already Ethereal's strength returns. The Lathris is working to fight the Guigal poison. I do not know what to say. While I railed at unjust fate, the dwarf combed the forest for many miles to find a way to save Ethereal. It should have been me. I cannot believe I was beginning to listen to the words of Mazog. Now there is no delay. We will go to the gates and exchange Mazog for the prisoners and be done with them at last. We've made it. I'm sorry, Petronella. Give me just a moment. I walked many miles to the north in search of the flower, and though I have found my father's hardiness, I was still a most taxing journey. That it ended in success, and that Ethereal will recover from the Guigal poison, was enough to give me further strength, but one moment. I was most wrong about the dwarf Broin, Petronella. He went through all this to help us. But look at him. His journey north into the far reaches of Mirkwood has taken a toll even upon his stout form. He needs rest. The guards at the gate ahead will see his exhaustion as a weakness, and we cannot afford that. Will you tell him to remain here in such a way as to spare his feelings? I'll try to do so. I do not want the guards at the gate to think we're weak, Petronella. They would not think so if they knew the distance I traveled and in the short time. I wonder if this will be the main verse of the glorious tale of Rowan the Mighty, after all. It did not seem so glorious when I was hurrying through the dark, tripping over the stones and treacherous roots, searching for the flower that might not even exist in this world any longer. Maybe my part in it is over. I do not want to hurt the negotiations for Bori. I will remain here and guard the rear. I trust that Hakadar and the others will be able to fulfill this mission. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Thank you, Petronella. Feels good to have a reason beyond revenge for this errand of ours. I still burned with hatred for the orcs, but now I too desire the rescue of the dwarves. All right, well, at least that do not do this, Kolfraki. Set me free. I will trouble none of your kind. You are passing that gate, Mazog, willingly or unwillingly. I wonder if his reluctance to join his friends. Yes, I wonder at this. I do not. I think Mazog will find that he has few friends beyond these walls. And I think he knows it. It is time to go. Then let's go. Hut-to, hut-to, hut-to. Oh boy. What is this? Who dares approach the fortress? Only those who have the courage to do so and an offer to make. Oh boy, we could use Willem here, couldn't we? An offer. What are the terms of this offer? They are not for your ears, gatekeeper. All dealings come through me. We are bearing the orc Mazog, trespasser upon the kingdom of the dwarves. We seek to trade his life for the lives of the dwarves imprisoned within Dol Guldur. I cannot speak to this. Wait here. You will answer to those trolls if you do anything suspicious. I'm glad they weren't guarding the gate when I was looking for Willem. Huh. Really? What do you say? Well, here we are, Petronella. Now we will see if this errand was not as foolhardy as first it seemed. I will have my bow ready in case we find our first belief justified. The gatekeeper returns. Well, that was quick. This way, you lot. I hope Willem is no longer up there. I should have known this rabble was yours, Petronella. Your offer does not interest me. What use do I, Gorthel, have with a useless orc such as Mazog? Lord of the Caves? He is Lord Nothing. The dwarves crawl all over his caves like worms on moldy bread. Bo would be ashamed of his son, and Azog will slay him for dishonoring his family line. But it would humor me to hold Mazog in the dungeons of the fortress until the world's ending, so he will have time to think about his failing of his master. I will accept your offer. These 3 dwarves to go free, and I accept custody of the orc called Mazog. None of them is Bori, by the way. None of them? I thought not. Well, they have been cruelly mistreated and seem close to death. Where's Bori? These terms are not acceptable, Gorthol. Where's Bori? The dwarf called Bori is not part of this deal. I have offered you the lives of these 3. I am receiving 1 prisoner. You are receiving 3. You think this be unfair? Consult with your associate. I do not like this, Petronella, but we must make Gorthol turn Bori over to us, in addition to the other 3. Yeah, and how are we going to do that? Not very easily, apparently. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps the deal was rather uneven. You must show mercy. Yeah. These 2 for Mazog, then? Very well, if you're certain. Oh, boy. Wonderful. Oh, come here, Orc. By the way, my powers are vast, but I must confess something to you. I do not possess the authority to treat with you. I am not the master of this fortress. I am merely a guest. No, these are the masters, and I did not consult them before making the deal. Therefore, it must be rescinded. Archers! Right. Yep. Can your sorcery match a dwarf's might? Ah, yeah, Broin. Yeah. See, Broin's mighty still. Yeah, let's get out of here. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Yeah, all right. She tells me I got the message early, Galadriel. Really early. Well, how you feeling, Kukaran? Lord Celeborn believed some of the Nazgul had come to Dol Guldur, but did not know for certain which of the 9 had done so. Now we do, though it is of little comfort to us. The lieutenant of Dol Guldur commands the others. He is second only to the Witch King, he who hailed from Angmar in the north. The lieutenant of the tower rules the fortress, and he is the one who struck down Achadar. The gloom of Nirn was a wild man of that land. It is peopled now only by slaves of Mordor. He wields a war hammer in battle. I know nothing of the Black Blade save that he hailed once from Lebanon. He is fully a thrall now, as are all the Nazgul, though it was not always so. The Golden Host cannot think to stand against these 3. It is hopeless. Sigalith, you don't want to break your toes. Okay, just saying. Well, that didn't go well. It's over, Petronella. So many have died, and still Bori languishes within the dungeons of Dol Guldur. How can we hope to fight such evil? I've got no idea. I'm afraid that was a failure on all counts.
The hidden guard has failed.
Siglith is mourning with Isuriel inside Goldorar. She has asked that she not be disturbed. Then we won't disturb her. What will we do then? We have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays The Burglar.